What is going on, guys? And welcome to episode 32 of the Listen Whilst You Step podcast. And today we have another shot on the arm of inspiration and motivation from myself, Monsieur Simon Jorson. And today, just going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to give you a little bit of an overview of where my current training is at, what's going on in my life. As I don't think I've actually ever potentially done one of these. So obviously, as all of you should probably know by now, because I won't stop going on about it, is I have signed up for a marathon. Okay. Now, one of the reasons that I wanted to do this is it's been something that I've said I'm going to do for such a long time now. I've said, hey, I'm going to do a marathon. I'm going to do a marathon. I'll tick it off at some point. And I've just never come around to doing it. Okay. Obviously, through lockdown, was just doing a little bit more running. Also, my coach, Joe Parrish, as we have heard him on a couple of previous episodes, he was kind of getting quite into his running. So as a byproduct, kind of pushed it quite a bit within his community and his coaching and things like that. And to be honest, it's strange. I found a bit of a love for it. Okay. I never really used to believe in the whole thing of runner's high because I don't think I ever had enough of a baseline fitness to really be able to go out and enjoy it. But I think when you do have that baseline fitness, I think the mental clarity that just going out for a run can give you is absolutely incredible. And also just the quiet time. I run with no headphones. I don't take my phone. Like for me personally, like a lot of people use the gym as their quiet time or something like that, but I'm always recording stuff for content. I'm answering messages between sets and things like that. And I struggle to switch off. So when I go for a run, I can't type. It's just me and the road and some strange thoughts and things like that. Like it's been incredible to see where my mind wanders and things like that. And a lot of the kind of thoughts I'm thinking is like, why am I doing this? And I think the big thing for me on that is just that I want to find breaking point. As sadistic and as strange as that find, I want to push myself to breaking point. I want to find what am I capable of? What can my body do? What will break first, my body or my mind? Okay, I want to challenge myself because if you continuously challenge yourself, the whole phrase is train hard, play easy. When different things come my way, I know that I've got it in the locker. I know that I can level up. I know that I can be the best version of myself and I can continue to develop. Okay. And I think the biggest thing that I have learned through training, particularly over the last kind of 6 months or so, as my running gets better, my gym work gets better, my business gets better, my personal life gets better, and all these different things is I heard this phrase in Ant Middleton's book. And it's that life is a series of false summits. Quite often we have these expectations of ourselves and we can say, hey, look, we're aiming to get here. And that's where we think our potential is. We get there and you realize you're capable of so more. You get there, you realize that you're capable of so more. It's this never ending pursuit. If you've so-called reached what you think is your full potential, one, you definitely haven't, but also, hey, that's like the peak. That's the peak of your life. Like, fuck that. There's always more that you can be achieving. That's not to say that we shouldn't be proud and satisfied of where we've come from, but we should always be trusting the process, chasing more. What's next? What can I build on? Okay. So in terms of like where my training is at the moment, we've just give you a kind of little bit of a brief overview in terms of time frame. I am signed up for the Jersey Marathon, which is the first week of October. At the time of recording this, it is the 14th of July. So we are about 13 weeks out, I think. From the other marathon, but I am signed up for the Jersey one, but I don't know if I'm going to be in the island. I could potentially be in the Maldives with my brother from another mother, Mr. Johnny Glendenning, which you guys have all heard from, which should be absolutely incredible. Never been to the Maldives, but doing that last couple of weeks of marathon prep in the heat of the Maldives and running some distances on a tiny little island, basically made of sand, is going to be very interesting. I think I'm going to be spending a lot of time on a treadmill. So I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to make that one, but I have signed up for the Lisbon Marathon come the end of October, which will be insane. And I cannot wait. I've never been to Lisbon before. So that's the kind of time frame. So we're about 12, 13 weeks out from Lisbon. And in terms of kind of where my training is at the moment, we've currently got 4 running sessions a week. We've got like a really long, slow run. We've got like a recovery run, which is like a middle distance. We've got a tempo run and a threshold run. The tempo run is kind of like fast, but like manageable fast. And the threshold run is basically just balls to the wall. Like it is savage. Okay. I think the good thing about the running at the moment is one, it's giving me the headspace to kind of have some thoughts, have some alone time. And also just having that baseline of fitness is making me, my energy is skyrocketed. I feel absolutely so resilient to anything coming my way. Also, I just feel more alive and things like that. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my gym work, and that will always be my foundation of everything, because I think if you're strong, that gives you the ability to go into absolute everything. But just having this balance of this hybrid athlete approach is an absolute game changer in terms of my energy, my passion, my willingness to train. Just having this kind of adversity and things like that, I've been able to basically do whatever I want, no matter what comes my way. But I'm going to go over kind of the evolution of my training over the last kind of, oh my God, this is going to make me feel old. I've now been training for like nearly 12 years. And I'm going to go kind of over a bit of an evolution of my training. I've said this in a future episode. But alongside those four running sessions, we're currently only gymming 3 days a week, which is the least I've gymmed in a very, 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 very long time. We've got a full body push session. So that's kind of like I just do squat, a tiny, tiny little bit of quads. And then we just kind of do some chest, some shoulders, some triceps. We then got a full body pull session. In there, we've got a deadlift and some hamstring work, and then some back and bicep work, a little bit of shoulders as well, kind of reversed rear delts and things like that. And then we just have an upper body session. Okay. Now I'm actually really enjoying this split because it's evenly splitting up quite a lot of the lower body work. So I'm not just hitting a full lower body session and then being absolutely written off for like 2 days to the point where I cannot walk, because that would be taking a massive kind of negative impact on the running. Okay. And I think one of the biggest things and takeaways that people can take from this and implement into their own training is learning to push and pull. It's learning to think, hey, what am I trying to get out of this session? What am I trying to prioritize? What is the goal of this? Okay. So right now, my goal is the marathon. Okay. That doesn't mean that I completely stop gymming in terms of strength work and just run. That just means I'm going to have to pull down a little bit on some of the gym work, and I'm going to have to push on the run work. Okay. Likewise, once I've done the marathon, I'll go the other way. I'm going to push on the gym work. I'm going to pull on the run work and the endurance work. So I want you guys to be questioning yourself. What is the goal? What am I working towards? And what is going to give me the most bang for my buck when it comes to my training? Okay. Are you in a fat loss phase? Okay. In that case, one of the most important things you can do, the key fundamental, is going to be making sure that you nail your steps, get your training sessions in, and hit your calories. Those are your key fundamentals. Okay. If you're in a muscle building phase, there's gonna be a big emphasis on your training and getting in there and progressing. So you might have to pull on any cardio, pull that down, maybe even keep steps a little bit lower so that you're fully recovered and able to give your training sessions absolutely everything. Because if we don't give our muscles a reason to grow, they will not grow. Okay. So I just want you to think about that. What is the purpose of my training? What am I trying to achieve from it? Just kind of going over, that's kind of the training side of my stuff. Nutrition wise at the moment, hey, I'll be completely open and honest. As a lot of you know, I spent a month out in Dubai back in May. Yeah, did the whole of May out there, and there was a little bit too much Cheesecake Factory, few too many meals out, kind of meeting people, socializing and things like that. And hey, my weight did go up a little bit, probably gained over like a 6 to 8 week period, probably 4 or 5 kilos. Not ideal, just coming off the back of a cut, but it is what it is. So nutritionally at the moment, we are just trying to drop body weight down a little bit, purely for the fact that, hey, if I ask you to run a marathon and carry around an extra 5 kilo dumbbell with you the whole way, you'd probably tell me to fuck off. And so would I. So just trying to get that down a little bit aid to help with the running. Also, hey, it's summer. I'd like to be a tiny bit leaner than I am currently. So in terms of where calories are sitting at the moment, we are doing 5 days at between 2,200 and 2,400 calories, just kind of seeing how we feel in that. If I can keep it down at 2,2, we will, but I'm not going to be a robot. I'm going to say, hey, I've got this bit of a range because expenditure is super high at the moment. Training intensity is high. I am doing a lot. We're going to make sure that I kind of give myself that bit of a buffer. And then I know with my lifestyle and how I like to socialize and things like that, the weekends are always higher calories. So I have 2 days at maintenance on the weekend where we're kind of aiming between 3,000 and kind of 3,300, 3,400 calories on the weekends, which is around my maintenance at the moment, maybe actually in a slight deficit because I'm doing some of my longer runs on those weekends to utilize that extra food. Okay. So I think that's another thing, a big takeaway that we can look from is making sure that your nutrition, one, is helping your goals and aligned with your goals, but also knowing your lifestyle, knowing your body, what works for you. And this is just a case of trial and error. Like I said, I've been training for 12, 13 years. I've been pretty on it with my nutrition for the last 3, 4, 5 years. I've learned what works for me and what doesn't work. This is just trial and error. Yes, you can go to a coach and they can give you the right guidance, the right accountability. But again, they can give it from their side of experience. And we have to try these things. It doesn't mean that we're going to nail it absolutely first, like straight off the bat, but your percentage chance of being that much closer is so much higher than just trying to wing this on your own. Okay. So quite often we do with clients, we'll start just at kind of flat calories across the week and we'll drop them to a point where they start to struggle to stay on track. And then we'll give them some kind of refeed days or maintenance days on the weekend. And we found this to be incredibly useful. And hey, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I hope the results kind of speak for themselves. And our clients kind of love the process as well. So the other thing that I've been really focusing on in terms of nutrition is two things. One is nutrient kind of density and nutrient quality, just food quality, fueling my body for performance. Okay. In the past, when I have kind of run so-called fat loss phases, I kind of get caught up in, hey, have to hit these calories. Okay. And my food focus, how like I'm always thinking about food can go up, my hunger can go up. This time round, I'm just thinking about giving my body the fuel that it needs to perform best. Not the whole phrase food as fuel, because I hate that. And I kind of touched on that on obviously the last episode, but eating for performance, eating to feel good, eating to feel energized, be alert, clear any brain fog. And one of the biggest things of that has been including a wide variety of foods. Lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, good whole quality foods, trying to go to the local farm shops and getting local produce that is grown in the beautiful ground of Jersey, rather than going to Iceland and getting frozen chicken from there or something like that. And my alertness, my sleep quality, my energy, my performance, all these different things really has leveled up. Don't get me wrong. It is a little bit more expensive because I'm trying to eat loads of fresh fruits, loads of fresh vegetables, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, sweet potatoes, fresh tomatoes, all these different things, fresh peppers. And yes, it costs a little bit more, but in my opinion, it's so worth it. I've felt so healthy, so clean, so energized, and it's making such a difference in terms of my adherence as well, because you're putting that much more micronutrients, vitamins and minerals into your body. It goes, hey, I don't actually need much more food because I'm getting everything that I need. Whereas if you just have crappy food, you're not actually getting in terms of a percentage of what you need. Let's say, for example, just going to put random numbers out here. Let's say 100 grams of tomatoes gave you the nutrients that you needed from good whole quality, like a farm grown high quality, like tomato fresh. Maybe you need 200 grams of like Iceland tomatoes, for example, to get the same kind of micronutrients and things. What's going to have more bang for its buck? Okay. And then the other big thing that I've been really focused on is actually hydration. Okay. Now I drink a lot of water, but I think I wasn't getting enough sodium in, getting enough electrolytes and different things like that. And I was ended up just, sorry to be a little bit personal here, but just pissing a hell of a lot. And I don't know, yes, I was drinking a lot, but I don't know how my hydration was. So obviously with all the running, with all the training, with it getting a little bit warmer, with summer and things like that, and particularly in Dubai where it's 40 to 45 degrees every day and I was sweating like a turkey on Thanksgiving. I was trying to replenish electrolytes, and I've been starting my mornings every single morning just with an electrolyte tab. I use the SIS ones, the CIS ones, the Science in Sport. You can literally get them off Amazon, super easy. Any local kind of health store, Boots, Holland and Barrett's will probably do them as well. And that's just kind of really kick-started my hydration, had my energy, had my performance, had my fueling on point for the rest of the day. And it's just really a big focus at the moment of optimizing my health, my performance, and getting myself feeling freaking good. And this has had such a direct impact on all things across my life, including my personal life. I've got the energy after a long day of work, after a long day of training to, hey, go and play golf with my mates and be really kind of present. Whereas before, potentially in the past, when I was having my food choices weren't necessarily so great, but maybe my body fat was a little bit too low. Maybe my training wasn't quite on point. My recovery wasn't quite on point. I'd go and do those things and I'd just be like, oh, fuck this. I can't be asked. Okay. So just these little details can have such a positive impact and more than just your training, just your performance and just your body composition as well. It can obviously help other areas massively. The other big push has just been simply on recovery, because I am doing a hell of a lot now. Like, for example, last week, I ran 70 kilometers in the week. My long run of the week at the moment is the shortest one I do is like 23, 24K. It's like 2 hours of running. An hour 45 to 2 hours of running. So recovery has got to be on point. I've been foam rolling a hell of a lot more, just trying to get into a bit of a routine with that, trying to stretch a bit more, making sure that I'm locking in a massage every other week or something like that. And all this stuff that I've just been looking after myself and doing all the things that I know I should be doing, but actually taking action, actually implementing them, has had me feeling a million times better. Okay. Guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Otherwise, I could literally just keep talking about training and health and body optimization literally forever, because I'm so passionate about it. And especially particularly over the last probably 8 weeks or so, I have been feeling like a new person. I feel real energized. And I feel like I've learned a hell of a lot over the last kind of 6 to 8 weeks. And I want you to just take some of these golden nuggets from this and start trying to implement them into your own training, into your own lifestyle. My biggest goes to would be focus on food quality. Try the electrolytes first thing in the morning and keep on top of your hydration. And then just do the little things like the foam rolling, the stretching. If you can get massage every week, something like that, it will go tenfold just to how good you feel. I promise you that. Okay. And guys, what I am going to do is I'm going to leave a link in the show notes, and I am running this marathon for charity, a charity that is very, very close to my heart, and that is Jersey Cancer Relief. My granny used to be the chairman, and we want to try and raise, I want to try and raise £2,500-3,000 for them, to go straight to Jersey Cancer Relief. I think the statistics now is that like 1 in 3 people are affected by cancer in some sort of way. I think if we can give back to a local charity that helps anybody who is struggling with cancer, I think it would be absolutely incredible. So guys, I'm going to leave the link in the show notes. If you're kind enough, even if it's just £1, £2, £3, £4, £5, anything would be massively appreciated and go to an incredible cause. So if you could hit that link, just make a small donation. That would be awesome. I'm going to be aiming to run the marathon in sub 3 hours 30. So that's running 5 minutes per kilometer or less, hopefully. We will see. But I hope this episode was useful. Any questions on anything, training, nutrition, lifestyle, sleep, mindset, habits, recovery, please just reach out. And if you're kind enough, I would really appreciate you giving this a share to your social media, particularly your Instagram. Give me a tag at Simon Johnson, and I will see you in the next episode, because we've got some absolute belters coming. Have a good one, guys. And like I said, please donate and please share this to your Instagram story. I'd really appreciate it. Peace out.